crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com. With your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Yesterday I did a live chat with Jean-Claude and Julie. Just met Julie. She's an astrologer. Awesome stuff. I love using all forms of analysis for silver. Give me COMEX data, give me OCC data, give me supply-demand data, which is all fraud. Give me even Jeffrey Christian bullshit. But some of the best stuff is you overlay stuff like astrology and tarot reading and Ginny Moonstone insights. And then I come out with a fuller picture of what's going on. A lot of times the official data is, shall we say, tweaked. Or as Rustam Benham, the head of the CFTC, says, tamped down. Data is tamped down. The science is settled is the most ridiculous comment in the history of science. Science is never settled. You don't need to settle science. Saying science is settled and you're not allowed to question science is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, I don't even know why any serious scientist would even allow that statement. The science is settled. If it is settled, there's no reason to say it. No one could counter any argument about the science. So saying the science is settled means you're a fucking idiot or a criminal. The earth is flat. The earth is round. People saying the earth is flat again. Is the science settled? Science doesn't need to be settled because science is science. Science is about questioning things. And maybe it's not settled. And if it's not settled, you're working off a fake paradigm. And science is never settled, my friends. Never, ever, ever. So any professor of climate change or bodily things that get injected into you, no, science is not settled. All it means is they are trying to take advantage of your belief and faith in them, which is really scary and sad. Anyway, go check out the discussion. We talk about silver a lot. Julie has some great charts and timing on certain things, and I overlay my stuff, and we came out to a really interesting discussion. Andy Scheckman joined us on that. If you haven't got your silver, and I told Andy, expect this weekend to be the weekend that you literally pull your hair out. Everybody should already have all their silver in their own possession sitting on the sideline. If you don't, go to your local silver shop and say, I need to buy as much silver as I can fit in my truck. And at $25 an ounce, the most insane number, you have the whole world about to fall apart, and the best monetary metal, in my opinion. Gold is seen as the best monetary metal because all the banksters own it. Silver is the people's money as a monetary metal. Is one half of its all-time high from 1980. How much money, how many derivatives, how many other forms of wealth have been created since 1980? So silver was $50 in 1980. And don't give me the people say, Bix, that wasn't a real number because the Hunt brothers were in there. Really? The Hunt brothers bought 100 million ounces. JP Morgan has over a billion. A billion. And even back then, the derivative market wasn't that huge. Right now, it's huge. I'm going to go over silver derivatives and when I think Bank of America is really going to start crying. It's not this quarter. Bank of America did nothing the first quarter of last year, and all these silver leases are one-year terms. That's it. It's the same fucking game that they played back in the 2000s when Barrick Mining was the gold launderer for Yamashita's gold or Yamashita's gold, whichever way you want to say it. People say, Bix, it's Yamashita. Okay. I started saying Yamashita, and then they changed it to Yamashita, and I said Yamashita now, and here it's Yamashita. Look up Yamashita's gold. If you are toying with the idea of holding gold or silver, read the book Gold Warriors by Sterling and Peggy Seagrave. It'll blow your socks off your understanding of how much gold there actually is. There's not the 300,000 tons. That's a ridiculous number. There's millions of tons of gold in the world available. And I don't even know how many millions within the Grand Canyon. Not only in the sand of the Colorado River, but in caves within the Grand Canyon, which I've talked about quite a bit. So, yes, there is no reason to hold gold. I don't know of any reason to hold gold. If you love gold, you should be holding silver right now because silver is massively undervalued. And when silver goes up 80 times the amount gold goes up to get to a 1-to-1 ratio, then you can sell all your silver for gold and have 80 times more gold. If you love gold, you shouldn't be holding gold right now. That's my take on the gold-silver ratio. I don't even care about the price of silver. Truthfully, I don't care about the price of silver. I know it's a fake price on the COMEX. What I do care about is the gold-silver ratio because I know it's going 1-to-1. There's 6 billion ounces of silver above ground. Even the mainstream says there's 6 billion ounces of gold. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. And the only reason it's not at 1-to-1 today is because of the COMEX. Now let's go over some price stuff and the COMEX. Yes, people still look at price. Most of your friends won't buy silver until it starts running up and you say, oh my God, I've made so much money off silver. Then they'll say, oh, how do I get silver? Where do I buy silver? Just like cryptos. Wait till the crypto fans start running towards silver because they can make higher returns off silver than cryptos. Yes, 170 years of price suppression does not end quietly and easily. You should be sitting on the sidelines with your stack of silver coins and your hardware wallet full of your cryptos, your favorite cryptos. I don't know how the crypto world's going to shake out. If the regulators come in, who knows? Cliff sent me an email today saying how Swift and XRP is not a replacement for Swift. Completely different world. XRP is more like a currency swap mechanism that Reggie Middleton invented, by the way. So Reggie is, of course, rooting for XRP to win the lawsuit so then he can easily file a claim against XRP for patent infringement. And I think Gary Gensler knows that. That's why Gary Gensler said, yeah, I think XRP is a security, but the courts are going to have to decide it. He said that at MIT in a lecture years ago before XRP was even in court. Ripple. So, I mean, so much of this has already been planned out, my friends. You want to be safe? Stay away. Stay away from that, the XRP world. Theta is my number one. Theta Fuel is my number two. T-Drop, all you NFT lovers love your T-Drop. It'll do well also. Remember, Theta is necessary for the internet to work. I'm surprised that Russia hasn't shot down the Starlink satellites yet. You know, Musk came out and said, oh, Ukraine's Wi-Fi's down. We're going to send Starlink satellites above Ukraine. How hard is it for Russia to shoot one of those things down? It's so easy. I mean, this whole satellite thing is it's just not a smart move. Imagine the space junk at the low Earth orbit that Elon Musk is putting up these satellites. I think there's going to be 44,000 satellites that Musk is putting up. You blow up one or two of them and it's the ping pong ball on the mousetrap. Everything starts going bang, 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 poof. You end up with a Cliff High world that said the entire upper atmosphere is going to be full of space junk. We won't be able to take off until we clean it up. And that will be a big part of the sci-fi future, is cleaning up the upper atmosphere of all the junk, because we are too stupid to understand that, hey, you put 44,000 satellites up in the sky and you go to war with somebody, they're going to shoot them down, and all that stuff is going to just be all over the place and won't be able to get off the planet without some kind of energy device to clear the way. And maybe they have those, I'm sure. This probably isn't the first time that someone thought about, hey, let's put up a bunch of satellites, and then they end up with a whole bunch of space junk in the upper atmosphere. And space junk is not good to have up in the upper atmosphere if you're trying to shoot rockets into space. Anyway, I digress. Here's what's being protected right now. It is the 200-day moving average. Yeah, silver's doing well. I don't think the tech traders, because of the little bloop down a couple days ago, I don't think the tech traders have closed out their shorts yet. Remember, it's got to stay above the moving average for a few days. So we'll see. But when they do close out their shorts, they got to go two ways. They have to do two things. One is close out their shorts that they had from the 200-day moving average. That's going to be hard enough. They're competing with guys like Bank of America. And number two is they got to go long because they're tech traders. If you're above the 200-day moving average, you got to go long. So it's double. It is double the oomph going up. So get ready for that. I don't know when it's going to hit, but yeah, you don't want to be short silver right now. Let me tell you that. All right. There's some clarity now in what's going on with the silver delivery month. March is a silver delivery month. So it's March, April, May is the next silver delivery month, I believe. Let's see, April, May, and then July, September, December. And they're very important because of what Bank of America, who has the massive silver derivative position of leasing silver from JP Morgan, the dumbest thing any human could ever do. Maybe they were set up, I don't know. But it's becoming clear what's happening, and let me show you what's happening. So what happened yesterday is they closed out 4,000 contracts of the 8,000. So they're just down to 15 million ounces or 3,000 contracts, about 60%. Normally, the delivery month is almost done 3 days later, but hey, we'll take it for what it is. This is not Bank of America trying to deliver this month. As a matter of fact, they're doing the exact opposite, which is really interesting. I'll show you why. So Bank of America took delivery of 1,268 contracts. So if you look at what they've done over the last 4 months, December was the delivery month, right? BofA delivered almost 5,000 contracts, which is huge, 25 million ounces. Look what they're doing. Now they're taking delivery. Right now they have almost 4,000 contracts. Why are they doing this? Because of the May delivery month. They're going to have to pony up silver. Probably a lot of silver, but not as big as the September delivery month, which is the massive jump, like massive. So let me show you how it all worked. This is the OCC data, Office of Comptroller of Currencies. Banks, U.S., this is just U.S. banks. We don't know what BlackRock's doing. We don't know what HSBC's doing or Deutsche Bank or all that. Just U.S. banks. I want to show you the progression of how JP Morgan snookered Bank of America and when they had to put on the big derivatives in silver. So this is Table 9. It is the notional amounts of derivative contracts by contract type precious metals. It includes all precious metals. So it includes silver. It doesn't include gold. Platinum and palladium. Silver, platinum, and palladium is all it includes. But look at what happened. Now, this goes back from September of last year, and we're going to go to September of the year after. Remember, these contracts, look at the contracts. JP Morgan has $39 billion worth of silver derivatives, and they all mature within 1 year. Now, they could be longs, they could be shorts, they could be hedged, they could be anything. But let's see what happens so we can tell when these deliveries are coming due. So this is September, 39, and then Citi was at 9.7 billion, and Bank of America 3.3 billion. Not as high, but still massive. I mean, 3 billion is what? 3 times, say, 25. 75 million ounces, which is huge, but not the 800 million ounces that they had only 1 year later. And this is where the OCC dropped the ball, and of course, Rustin Benham of the CFTC dropped the ball. All right, so here we are in September, 39, 9, and 3, and then we have December. So these are quarterly. And look, it went 40, so JP Morgan pretty much stayed the same. So did Citibank, stayed exactly the same. And all of a sudden, Bank of America added 5,000 contracts, 25 million ounces. This was in the December fourth quarter, 25 million ounces. Wait, no. That's not right. 8. That is 250 million ounces. So they added 250 million ounces to their derivative position. That's crazy. That's insane. As a matter of fact, if you look at the deliveries for December, they were the biggest deliverer. 5,000 ounces, 25 million ounces. For 5,000 contracts, 25 million ounces. And look, they're building up so they can make the next delivery. Why? Because of this. It went from September to October. September to December, the fourth quarter. The first quarter, they didn't change. Look at the December numbers, 9.7 and 8.3. And there you are. That's the first quarter, 9.8 and 8.3. Nothing happened. They didn't do anything the first quarter, but the second quarter they did. Look what happened the second quarter. They went to 10, added another $2 billion in short. And then Citibank is going to have to pony up too. And JP Morgan, although JP Morgan, who knows what they're doing. That criminal enterprise, I don't trust anything coming out of them. They lied to everybody. So we're not going to see any deliveries until the second quarter from Bank of America. But I want to point out this. So this is the June, the end of the second quarter of last year. Remember, these are all one-year contracts. Look what BofA does. Goes from $10 billion to $18 billion. That's the mother of all moves. And JP Morgan drops. So Bank of America adds $8 billion. JP Morgan subtracts $8 billion. Does it show you exactly who's playing the game? These Bank of America in the third quarter is going to have to deliver massive amounts of silver. So second quarter, which is the May delivery month, I believe, you're going to see this change. So B of A, next quarter, they're going to probably get some more silver because of this massive month they have to deliver in May. And then June and July, June is not a delivery month. July is, but September is the mother of all of them because it's the end of that quarter that they added $8 billion, or what is that? Somewhere around 400 million ounces of silver need to be paid back via leases. So it's a fucking mess. So what all this means to me is we've begun the transition to get the criminals out of silver. There's so much ammo to go spread out through the next year and a half that at some point they're going to have to declare force majeure, I believe, on the COMEX and shut down the COMEX. God bless the day they shut down the COMEX. It's a criminal organization run by the CME. And the regulators, there's basically 3 regulators for these criminal bankers. Number 1 is the Federal Reserve itself is a regulator of the banks. There's no way in the world that the Federal Reserve should be allowing one of its too big to fail banks, Bank of America, to take out an 800 million ounce silver lease position. That's just insanity at its finest, unless you want to destroy the system, which might be what they want to do. The second regulator is the CFTC, which has been proven over and over, time and time again, to run cover for the manipulation. They're down to one commissioner, Rustin Benham, by the end of this month. Dawn DeBerry Stump is the other commissioner, and she gave her notice a year and a half early, a year and 3 months early. And they say, she'll be retiring after her 5-year term is up. Which is ridiculous. You do the math and you see when she was sworn in, she's a year and 3 months short. Why? Because it's all freaking falling apart. She doesn't want to be part of it. She's scared, truthfully. She's scared for her life. This is how big this game is. So that's where we are. Okay, quickly on cryptocurrencies. Yes. Russia, the Russia situation. I mean, I can give you 100 different situations. Everybody forgot about the collapsing U.S. economy and the collapsing dollar and the collapsing presidential. Oh my God! You see the speech last night? The guy couldn't even talk. And why do you think China is about to take back Taiwan? because we have a bumbling idiot. Or the Bix Weir theory, this is all pre-planned. Trump made the deal with Putin that he can have back Russia that we stole in the 1990s. And we said, China, you can have Taiwan. And then we start fresh, destroy the bankers, and let's go. So we'll see how that goes. Yes, you should have cryptos in your possession. Which ones do I like? I like Bitcoin, I like Ethereum, but I really like Theta and Theta Fuel. I have a little Bitcoin Cash. I got a little, obviously Litecoin is the right coin as a means of exchange. I use Litecoin as a means of exchange. But there's a lot of things that'll just go away. As well they should. And we saw it before in the crash of, the crypto crash, what was that, 2015, 16? I don't even remember when it was, 2017, when the CFTC raised their hand and said, we're going to crash the crypto market. And that was done with Trump and the head of the CFTC, I'm forgetting his name right now, Chris Giancarlo. He came out and said they did it. Trump, Mnuchin, Chris Giancarlo, and a couple others destroyed cryptos, which they can. The crypto cabal is all over most of these coins. Crypto cabal is kind of run by the Digital Currency Group. Just go to their website, Digital Currency Group website, and see which cryptos they are invested in. They are not, and I repeat this strongly, they are not invested, or at least no seed money, in Theta. And they're not part of Theta at all, as far as I can tell. They might take out all the Digital Currency Group's control. That's the crypto cabal, if you ask me. Who knows, though? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Or even better, let's get rid of the government and regulators so we don't have to worry about them and go to decentralized and let buyer beware. If you can't figure out that XRP is a fraud, oh well, too bad. That's how real markets should work. If you invest in something that is poorly run, don't look at the government to help you. Don't invest in things. You should be wary of everything you invest in. And the ultimate fear factor investment right now, I think it should be silver. If you're scared of everything, buy as much silver as you can. Load up. There's no reason to own 47 different cryptos in case one pops. You don't know which one's going to pop. And then after it pops, it's going to get slammed down. Anyway, a nice balanced portfolio is silver and a couple good cryptos in my book. So we are blocking Russia out of the financial system, so they will take all the assets that foreigners and foreign banks have in Russia. It's only fair. And how many derivatives does the Russian banking system, the Russian government have? I would guess a lot. Because they know the derivative market is a joke, and all they have to do is, hey, you're going to freeze my accounts. I'm not going to live up to the counterparty of the JP Morgan derivatives that I own. Screw that. All of these countries and banks are interconnected. You cannot block Russia and expect nothing to happen. Right now, the Fed is on panic mode, printing as much money as possible to cover up the holes and not telling anybody about it because they don't have to. Yes, the U.S. Federal Reserve bails out banks and you never hear about it. They never show it. It's easy to do. Because it's all a faith in, we have a faith-based currency system. Unbacked fiat bullshit. And ultimately, who wins if the monetary system fails? The United States of America, the largest debtor nation in the world. It's crazy how this happens, but hey, it is what it is. By the way, Putin says Russia has advantages in mining Bitcoin. Absolutely. You get a mess with Putin. He knows the alternatives to fiat money. Remember Putin holding up the bar of gold back after the GATA conference? Imagine him coming out today holding the bar of silver and says, hey, Russia will buy any ounce of silver you want to sell us because the U.S. is rigging the market every day. Price suppressing. The U.S. and other people within the Western financial system. He knows the Achilles heel of the entire financial system. It's not Bitcoin, it's not gold, it is silver. Because of scarcity. Scarcity is the number one issue when trying to value things. And hey, might as well have some Bitcoin, it's very useful. So that's where we are. We are on the road to Ruta. It's all working out. It just took a little longer. this should have happened 20 years. Actually, it should have happened in 1913, but other decisions were made. So luckily, if you've taken the advice of the road to Ruta, not financial advice, but what I've done is secured physical silver in my own possession, cryptos, good cryptos in my own possession. I set up my lawn chair. The world is right here, acting out the play, and I wait. I hodl. Hodl silver, hodl cryptos, and at the other end of the rainbow is our glory. Right now, we're knee-deep in the hoopla. The price can go anywhere. You cannot look at price. Price should have nothing to do with what your decision-making is as far as gold, silver, and cryptos, because they can set the price at minus $40 of all of them. If you don't believe me, go look what happened to oil not too long ago. Minus $40. It's all run off computers and derivatives. They can set the Bitcoin price to minus $40. Doesn't mean that you think anybody got a barrel of oil when they set the price at minus $40? No. Hey, I'm coming. I'm here to buy a barrel of oil. Can you give me $40 in the barrel of oil at the same time? That's basically what these derivative prices are saying. The COMEX is a fraud. All the exchanges and cryptos are frauds. Get them out. Get your coins out. Get them in your own possession and get ready to run. That's where we are. I'm going to leave you with a song. Get ready for the road show. If you want tickets to the road show, go to roadtorude.com. Road show right there. And I'm going to leave you with this little ditty. Talk to you later.
Hang on tight, my friends. Theta Girl's on her way. I was searching for a token that would fly to the sky. Dump everything on her, let her take me so high. Well, she said her name was State, I wanna go for a ride. Rock band expansion, always there by my side. She's my Theta girl, she really rocks my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. I said go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Well, the 40X movie 2020 was fun. You ain't seen how high my little Theta can run. Coinbase will lie 300 million or more. America will love her while they watch her price soar. She's my Theta girl, she really rocks my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. I said go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. You're my Theta girl, you really rock my world. Well, my wife got really jealous, I love Theta too much. She said, I know it sounds crazy, I'm missing your touch. You're gonna have to choose, it's either me or your coin. I'm sad to see her go, but look where Theta is gone. She's my Theta girl, she really rocks my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. I said go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. You're my Theta girl, you really rock my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Well, I believe Sarasi $1,000 or more. Everybody watching Theta partner galore. Samsung and Sony, Apple, Netflix and more. Google and then YouTube, well, you watch it press soar. It's my Theta girl, she really rocks my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go.